His name is now synonymous with terrorism. Mohamed Salameh, a 25-year-old father of 4 from Jersey City, who came to the U.S. 5 years ago, and who now stands accused of being involved in the bombing of the World Trade Center. At a press conference today in Jersey City, authorities said they believe Salameh is a Palestinian who belongs to a radical Muslim group in Jersey City.
But on March 7th, a local New York news channel went to interview Salameh's family back in Jordan.
Salameh's mother, Aisha Abu Bakr, still cannot believe what is happening. That her eldest son was arrested after he allegedly tried to reclaim a deposit on a van used to carry explosives in the World Trade Center bombing. As she held pictures of her son, Abu Bakr denied that he was a terrorist. The family's small apartment in Jordan is decorated with a picture of the Dome of the Rock, a holy shrine of Islam. But Salameh's brothers deny that their sibling is a Muslim fundamentalist. They do say that he is religious, and that right before he left for the United States in 1987, Salameh underwent a noticeable change. One brother said that he started to pray and read the Quran with his friends. He even grew a beard. But both the family and a Jordanian government official say that the suspect had no extremist beliefs.
He was not politically motivated. He was a young man, you know, and he didn't have any political inclinations or any political activism.
Meanwhile, Salameh's mother told about a shy and peaceful boy who loved to play soccer and watch westerns. She recalled the dreams that he would go to business school in America. And now she says that she just prays that justice will allow her son to come home.
Protests were erupting outside the Masjid al-Salam Mosque.
Tonight, many Muslims around the U.S. are complaining that the arrest of Salameh has turned them into innocent victims of a backlash. Arab American groups say they are receiving threatening and obscene phone calls. And police in Jersey City say the mosque where Salameh worshipped was the target of vandals this weekend. The spokesman for the Al-Salam Mosque on Kennedy Boulevard says a statement has been sent to several politicians, including the president, that condemns the bombing.
Totally against our religion. We're not responsible for anybody who commit any kind of violence.
The Al-Salam Mosque was also the scene of a peaceful protest today by the Coalition for Jewish Concerns.
Even as the FBI was searching the apartment, Rabbi Avi Weiss and a group of Jewish protesters were demonstrating in front of Jersey City's Masjid al-Salam Mosque. Now, this is the mosque led by the so-called revolutionary fundamentalist sheikh Omar Abdel Rahman, who was acquitted in Egypt in 1981 of involvement in the assassination of Egyptian President Anwar Sadat. El Said Nosir, tried and acquitted of the 1990 murder of Jewish right-wing leader Rabbi Maya Kahane, gunned down in Manhattan, is said to be a follower of the sheikh, as is bomb suspect Mohamed Salameh. Members of the mosque are concerned and upset that they may be being judged unfairly by the actions of a few.
I hope the media listen to us and hear our side and give us a fair hearing and a fair judgment. We are not a terrorist. By all means, we are not terrorists.
2 days later, the chemical engineer Nidal Ayyad is arrested.
The FBI has made a number of massive breaks in the case. Number one, they now have reason to believe they know the quantity of explosive materials used in the bomb. They believe that they know where the bomb may have been assembled. And now, with the arrest of this man, they think they have arrested a person who may very well have assisted in assembling that bomb. His name is Nidal Ayyad, and he apparently was one of the men allowed to go into and out of that 10-foot by 10-foot rented locker in the commercial space station rental lockers on Mallory Avenue in Jersey City. The FBI now believe the bomb was assembled in that locker, which was allegedly leased by Mohamed Salameh. On Friday, investigators searching the locker found some 300 pounds of explosive materials, including nitric and sulfuric acid and a quantity of nitroglycerin. Documents found in the locker established that the materials, over 1,600 pounds of it, had been purchased and paid for, not stolen. By subtracting the 300 pounds remaining in the locker from the original 1,600 pounds on the sales slips and invoices, investigators now believe the bomb placed in the trade center was a massive 1,300 pounds of explosives. Witnesses have reported seeing Salameh and at least 3 other men, one now believed to have been Ayyad, repeatedly going into and out of that rented locker over a period of time, possibly, investigators say, to mix the materials and to assemble the explosive device. A portion of that device may have been taken to this house on Pamrapo Street, where Salameh lived for a short period of time. He moved out of the house just 2 days after the Trade Center bombing.
A police search of the apartment uncovered a pattern of nitric acid stains on the walls, indicating that some of the explosive materials may have been destabilized and exploded. The FBI has now issued subpoenas to the Jersey City Medical Center asking for records of anyone asking for or receiving treatment for nitric acid burns.
And New York's Fox 5 later went on to do their own interview and background cover of Ayyad's family.
For the first time, some of those rounded up in the investigation of the World Trade Center bombing are talking. They say the man believed by some to be the bomb builder is an innocent victim. Christopher Jones has this exclusive report.
All of us were sleeping at the time, and all I heard is the door broke, and they came in, they arrested everybody in the house.
Razik Ayyad is the younger brother of Nidal Ayyad, who was charged in connection with the infamous World Trade Center bombing. Razik was arrested but later released.
I'm 100% sure that he's innocent, and he has nothing to do with that.
Razik spoke exclusively with Fox interviewer Daphne Barak. He described the suspect as a good husband to a new bride and a dutiful son.
He's a very caring person. He always takes care of us and asks if we need any kind of help. He helped me do my schoolwork, and that's it. He's a very intelligent guy. I think it's a mistake that just because he's a friend of the suspect that they arrested.
But authorities charged Nidal Ayyad, a chemical engineer, with aiding and abetting Mohamed Salameh, the first man arrested for the bombing. They claim the two men even shared a New Jersey bank account.
Do you know Mohamed Salameh?
No, I just saw him a couple of times. He came over to congratulate my brother on his marriage. And that's it, that's the time I saw him.
Authorities claim another link between the two men is a Jersey City mosque where a radical Muslim cleric, Sheikh Omar Abdul Rahman, preaches.
That sheikh, I never heard about him until they show him on TV. And I don't think my brother knew him either. We're just normal Muslim people. We're not fanatics.
Just a few months ago, Nidal celebrated his wedding to a young Jordanian woman. Fox News has obtained exclusively these pictures of Ayyad with his 18-year-old bride, Reem. She is now pregnant with their first child. Their marriage was arranged by his mother, who went to Jordan to make sure Reem was suitable for the family. They are now trying to free him on bail, and they visit him as often as possible.
I'm 100% sure that my brother is innocent, and I'm sure that he wouldn't do such a thing because he's the one that takes care of us in the house. And plus he has a pregnant wife, and I don't think he'll do that.
Authorities were able to trace Ayyad through phone calls he had made to Yusuf while he was in a hospital briefly recovering from the car accident he was in with Mohamed Salameh. But on the same day that Salameh was arrested, after going through several apartments he had lived at, authorities discovered that he also had an address which belongs to El Sayed Noser's cousin, Ibrahim Elgabrowny, who then also gets arrested.
A third man, Ibrahim Elgabrowny, believed to have shared his apartment with Salameh, was also indicted on lesser charges of possessing false passports and fighting FBI agents searching his home.
When the FBI came to search Ibrahim Elgabrowny's apartment, which was connected to Salameh through his driver's license, they also found multiple Nicaraguan passports, with some of them already made out to his cousin Noser and his family members. Elgabrowny punched an FBI agent and was charged with hindering the search. It was said that right before this, either Elgabrowny urinated in his hands or had quickly washed his hands in a toilet full of urine, which was suspected that he was attempting to wash off any possible explosive residue detection. Incidentally, around this time, New York authorities will announce they are reopening the murder case of Rabbi Meir Kahane.